out of what has been about 8-9 years since that tape came out of Rich Piana and Sarah having a conversation about him saying that somebody stole from him and all this. I finally listened to it.
Welcome back to the Bubba YouTube channel. We will not be doing our usual intro today, and that's out of respect for Rich Piana. I know you guys will understand. I know the Bubba community will understand. Rich Piana passed away, so I feel like we should be a lot more serious when we're making this video while we're talking about this topic. There are times where you can make jokes, laugh, yada yada yada, but today's video is one that requires a more serious approach, and I know you will understand. Rich Piana passed away several years ago, and he left a massive hole in the fitness community. I know the impact that he had on me in my days in high school and in college. I used to always look forward to another upload by Rich Piana. He really was an authentic person. Even though he did steroids, we all knew that he did it. He was very transparent about it and its effects, and that's why people loved him. They loved him because he was an honest person in a sea of fakeness. So Rich Piana, I feel like we have a duty to honor his legacy and to defend his legacy, because there are people like Big Boy who've attempted to drag this guy's name through the mud and have made this massive story about why they had a big falling out that is just simply not true. We're going to be going into Mack Truck's reason why he got dropped, why Big Boy got dropped by the 5% brand, why Rich Piana and Big Boy had a separation, why their friendship fell apart. With the order of this video, we will first start off with Big Boy giving his reason why he had a falling out with Rich Piana, a recording of Rich Piana in which he talks about his relationship with Big Boy, and then finally we will delve into Mack Truck's revelation about the entire situation.
Yeah, I've actually spoke about it on my YouTube channel. It was actually my first official video when we had that falling out. I had put a video out there, and yeah, to make the long story short, I was with this brand, his clothing supplement brand.
5%, right?
Yeah, 5%. And he always told me, like, hey, whenever you want to do clothing, just let me know. I'll be okay with it. So that's what I did. I came to him out of respect as a man. You know what I mean? I don't have to come to him, but out of respect for someone that helped me out, I came, hey, Rich, is it okay if I start doing my own clothing? And yeah, he gave me his blessings. Like, yeah, go ahead, Big Boy. I got no problem with that. Like I said, when you want to do your own clothing, all good. So I went about and started doing that, and I guess it bothered him. You know what I mean? Even though he gave me the permission, not that I need permission, but out of respect, I got his permission. Yeah, out of loyalty and respect. If he would have said no, maybe my answer or what I would have done would have been different. You know what I mean? But he gave me the blessings. Go ahead, Big Boy, do that. So that's what I did. And in return, he didn't show me the same respect. He texted me at 3 a.m., like in the middle of the night. And to me, I took that like as disrespect. Like, you can't either call me or sit me down man to man.
So the version of the story that Big Boy gives is that there was a disagreement between Rich Piana and him about Big Boy selling merch while being under the 5% brand. This is the story that Big Boy has used for several years. He has been very consistent about this story on his channel. He's made various videos talking about this. So the version of the story from Big Boy's perspective is that Rich did not want him making money or whatever while he was currently signed to the 5% group. I will now play a recording of Rich Piana and his wife at the time about his situation with Big Boy.
Everything takes care of you, is helping you do whatever it is in life you want, doing everything they can and giving up their life for you, and you turn around and steal from them.
I know.
There's nothing worse. Nothing. And you connive behind my back with a friend of mine and get him in on it to help you connive and rip me off? And now you're living in my house and everything's just fine? Like, what's going on in your head? Like, what kind of person are you? Hi, sweetie, oh, honey, oh, I love you. And it's just like, you stealing from me, conniving me. No one's ever like that in my life. Yeah, Big Boy stole from me, but he's not. We're not married. We don't live together. We're not having sex every night. When we didn't agree to be partners, we didn't agree to love each other forever. We didn't feel like, are you kidding me? You're a million times worse than Big Boy. And you have the audacity to sit there and go, oh, I can't, he pisses me off, and he's, oh, I can't believe it. It's like, you're 100 times worse. We're married, living together. We said our vows. And you're doing the same thing, stealing from me behind my back.
In the recording that you just heard, Rich Piana detailed how Big Boy stole from him by manipulating Rich Piana's wife. Honestly, that's really sick that Big Boy got in the middle of their marriage and did that. There's nothing worse than betraying your own brother, and Rich Piana really welcomed this guy with open arms, gave him his first start in the whole fitness community, his first start on YouTube. Big Boy would have been nothing. He would have been a broke bum if it wasn't for Rich Piana's kindness, and Big Boy returned that favor by manipulating Rich Piana's wife into stealing money for him. That's absolutely sickening, and it was this version of events that I detailed in my documentary about Big Boy. At the time of making that video, I thought this was the sole reason why Rich Piana and Big Boy had a falling out. However, Mac Truck, a good friend of Rich Piana, made a video as of recent detailing the real reason why Rich Piana had to cut ties with the Big Boy. Shout out to Mac Truck though, he's a great YouTuber, and I'm going to link his video in my description. Out of respect to him, I'm not going to react to the entire video he had, so I encourage you to check out his channel and let him know that the Bubba Army brought you there.
You know, and then it goes back to when Big Boy say that Rich dropped him for him selling merchandise. Rich didn't drop him for selling merchandise. He didn't drop him for selling merchandise. Me and Rich had a conversation about that. He told me that he let him go with a text close to 3 o'clock in the morning, because he was, and I ain't gonna say allegedly, because Rich didn't like the fact that he was at the booth trying to move gear. So if we gonna say and keep on lying to the peoples on why he got dropped, that Rich didn't want to see him grow, it's total bullshit.
The story that Jake Johns has fabricated about Rich Piana not being happy with him selling merch has always been a big fat lie. You have to understand that Jake John, Big Boy, he does not have any morals. He'll smile on the camera and he'll try to act like he is your friend, but it's also known that he talks crap about all of his fans. He doesn't even like his community, right? But he wants that cold, hard cash. So while he was manipulating Rich Piana's wife to steal money from Rich, he was also willing to compromise the entire 5% brand at these fitness expos by selling gear to Rich Piana's fans. That is absolutely insane, and that just shows how selfish he is, that he was willing to compromise Rich's reputation, everybody's reputation here at this expo, and get them all in trouble.
It's total bullshit. That's the reason. And this was out of Rich mouth. Because I was wondering why he let dude go. Because when me and Rich patched our friendship back up after our big blow up in Ohio, I was only around Big Boy that one expo. And I could say I witnessed the shit with my own eyes, but it was none of my business. And I ain't even bring it to Rich's attention. Rich he already known about it. He already seen it himself. He already had people in the booth see it. That's why he let him go, because Rich didn't want to conduct that type of business and nobody venue and no establishment, because it had nothing to do with him. And that could have potentially got Rich cracked. That could have got Rich cracked, me cracked, Viking cracked, the girls cracked. Everybody that's wearing that brand could have got cracked and brought into that situation. I ain't saying we all would have went down for slanging some gear. No, we all would have been going down for questioning and all of this shit.
Big Boy was willing to tarnish the reputation of many people in order to make a quick buck. It makes sense why Rich Piana had to drop him. At these expos, you are not supposed to be behaving in that manner. You are supposed to be conducting yourself in a professional manner, and the consequences would have been extremely severe for the 5% brand and Rich Piana. He would have not been allowed to appear at any fitness expos, and it would have really damaged the brand. Now you also combine that with the Big Boy doing his shenanigans behind the scenes with Rich Piana's wife at the time. It makes sense why Rich Piana was forced to drop Big Boy. Big Boy can sit here and still say in the year of 2024 that he got dropped because, oh, there was a disagreement about his clothing brand, but we all know that is simply not the truth. Before you click off this video, please be sure to hit that like button so other people may see this video. If you're a new viewer or a returning viewer, then consider subscribing to the Bubba YouTube channel. The Bubba community is growing every day, and I would love for you to be a part of this journey. Have a great night and stay blessed. Peace.